MTV came out with a controversial new video, 2017's New Year's resolution for white guys, then realized it's sexist and racist and promptly deleted it, not entirely understanding how the internet works. Some of you may not be old enough to remember MTV in the terrible 80s. The 80s was a horrible decade for music, thanks to MTV, as a matter of fact, with hair bands. Fortunately, my jam in the 1980s was The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round. That was some of the best music to have come out of the 80s. As the representative, iconic spokesperson for white men and the establishment, I have here Mike Tyson. And before you second guess this, Mike Tyson is definitely a white man based on what he says. Things like this.
I'm many things, I'm many things. Yeah, I'm a convicted rapist. I'm a hellraiser. I'm a father, a loving father. I'm a semi-good husband.
MTV was notorious for not playing the music of black artists, minority artists. That's right. Throughout the 1980s, MTV refused to legitimize hip-hop music, urban music, minority music. If they had come out with a 1991 New Year's resolutions for the public, it would be, please, black artists, stop knocking on our doors. We don't represent you. We have money and we represent pop culture. Yep, the racist MTV somehow, let's say, 27 years later, seemed to be overcompensating for what was initially their fault. Well, nobody's buying it. You're still racist for what you do. So I have come out with my 2017's New Year's resolutions for non-white men. The first two roughly cover everything. If you could stop murdering each other and getting raped, that would be great. Yeah. If you could go ahead and come in on Sunday, yeah.
What? I'm just a man out here trying to enjoy I was born poor. I ain't never had nothing, man. I don't know how to act, all right? But the real thing is, I'm just here to be me. I don't care what you think I am or who anyone thinks I am.
So, he will be representing white evil male.
I won't talk nice to you and talk about fornicating with you and letting you suck my dick, because if I was eloquent with you, you would still look at me as a scumbag.
Speaking as a white man, I would like to say that any Lives Matter movement besides Black Lives Matter is ridiculous. It's represented by the intellectually bankrupt. Anybody saying all lives matter, blue lives matter, whatever lives matter besides Black Lives Matter is a crock of shit for a number of reasons. All lives matter is self-evident, and also it really just gets into a metaphysical argument. What is the meaning of life? Bullshit like that. Also, it's just reactionary to the original movement, Black Lives Matter. So stop misappropriating the Lives Matter slogan. The original movement is Black Lives Matter. That's the only one that we are going to represent. That's all of us. All lives should stop supporting All Lives Matter and just stand behind Black Lives Matter. That's not earning brownie points with black people. I'm just saying it's ridiculous to counteract one movement. It's like when there's a third-party presidential candidate who takes votes away from one of the candidates, you're weakening a movement that you had nothing to do with. Black Lives Matter. None of the other ones will claim if white people are doing, or if white men are doing this, they are low two-digit IQ white men. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Also, when you social justice people attack people with, you're a white man, you white man, you never seem to ask them how they identify, first off, which is odd because you seem to be the same people who, I don't know, talk about these type of identifications. You white man. Well, maybe you should ask him first. Second, white male is not synonymous with power. The founding fathers are not white men. Yes, they were white. Yes, they were male. They are, however, they don't represent white male. The white male. They don't represent the white male. This is a white male. This is also a white male. None of these are founding fathers. The founding fathers don't represent white men. They are tyrannical supremacists. They're iconic tyrannical supremacists. Icons never represent the demographic they are assigned to. That's what makes them iconic. They stand out. White men are not the founding fathers. The founding fathers were white men, but they were not at all representative of this gender and race. Enough with the cis, trans, gender identification, binary bullshit. Every 12-year-old with a vlog needs to identify themselves according to something. I don't really care. You're 12. I preferred your identity 13 years ago. If you need to explain your identity to me, you better be Batman. Sorry, Bat person.
Okay, well, when you do that, we're never gonna have a civil discussion.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want to have a civil discussion. I want to call you assholes. And you're white assholes, white bros.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I'm white, and that automatically means I'm
So a
evil.
white guy's not allowed to have any opinion?
Well, you have shitty opinions. Like,
I mean, you're allowed to be as rude as you want, but
yeah, exactly.
at the end of the day,
And
I
you're
mean,
allowed to be as privileged and much of a dickbag as you want. And
Except-
this
Well,
whole-
I mean, I'm paying my loans. I don't have
yeah,
to
he's
pay my
paying his
loans.
loans.
yeah, that's nice for you.
We have these things called
white man.
scholarships. We have.
Come in, tell me that if I you in your ass, you punk white boy, you faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your alive, bitch. You hoe. Come and say to my face. You ask for everybody. You not man enough for me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white. Scared of the real man. Till you love me, faggot.
LGBTQ, whatever. How many more letters is that bloated acronym going to encompass? What if I identify as cuneiform? What about Holocaust survivors if they want to identify with their numbers? Are you going to include those people? You can't just include everybody. And if you're not old enough to have lived through one of this binary gender identification bullshit that everybody's talking about is an internet sensation, and it's a fad. Fads come and go. It will go away because it's counterproductive. It's a waste of time. Nobody cares what you identify with. Create a work of art. Dunk a basketball. Ski faster than other people. Invent something better than penicillin. Do something. Nobody cares what you are or what bathroom you go into. It's ridiculous. Be what you want, wear what you want, fuck who you want, and shut the fuck up about it.
Can I tell you a quick story? I'll summarize it in 45 seconds. I did a bit on my first album, Audible Toxicology, in which I made fun of a mentally handicapped person that I worked with, and I made fun of him because he was a fucking asshole. And he was a horrible person. I didn't like him, I didn't like working with him, and he frequently threatened to hurt me. Okay, that's fine. Here's the deal. Here's where it comes back, though. On the outtakes for the show, a year after I stopped doing the bit, the producer of the special was like, check out these outtakes. And one dude was like, I didn't like it because he made fun of retarded people. My Aunt Janine is retarded. And I was like, oh shit, my Aunt Jenny's retarded. She's the most retarded person I've ever seen. Like, I want to call Guinness. Like, I've seen birds with larger vocabularies. Seriously. I'm sure there's a more politically correct term like intellectually bankrupt or don't sit next to me, fuck, I'm sitting next to her because I'm the youngest person at the Thanksgiving table. Whatever it was, the thing is, I didn't relate my mentally retarded Aunt Jenny to this mentally retarded person because I don't lump people into categories. That's just my Aunt Jenny. She's not mentally retarded, she's my fucking Aunt Jenny. She's beyond stupid. And she's also dead, so this is okay. But she she's not among the mentally handicapped. So when he was like, maybe you should stop thinking of your relative as a mentally handicapped person and think of that person as John, the guy who stole your favorite blanket and now he uses it, or the guy who likes to play peekaboo at the age of 30.
Why do you your white ass, your fucking white privilege. Your fucking privilege allows you to speak over trans people. Why are you speaking over?
They're attacking the peaceful people.
It's your fucking privilege that allows you to speak over trans people. Get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here!
Cameras, please. This is the perfect example of how a white privileged male can speak over a non-binary trans female.
Are you talking out of turn?
No, I think we're all talking together.
I normally don't do interviews with women unless I fornicate with them. So you shouldn't talk anymore. Unless you want to,
The I hate white men bandwagon is in full effect, and ironically it's populated by the same people who tend to be fighting sexism and racism. What exactly is white privilege? According to everydayfeminism.com, white privilege includes being subject to less scrutiny when you speak. That's odd, because you say white men are the people in privileged, powerful positions. Those are typically the most scrutinized people. Can't say the N-word, can't talk about rape, and George W. Bush can't talk about anything. According to everydayfeminism.com, white male privilege includes not being expected to step aside if another gender is walking down the sidewalk. Yes, that's true, but if I walk down the sidewalk and encounter another white male with the same trajectory as me, I have to fight him to the death for ownership of his women.